720p display, IPS LCD panel, 4GB RAM. These are the words that you never want to hear in any phone, and thankfully, this phone has none of those compromises. This right here is the Nothing Phone 4B, and it's the most affordable Nothing phone that you can buy. Actually, the B series is a new series from Nothing, and now that CMF Phone 3 Pro is cancelled, Phone 4B is sort of a spiritual successor of that. Now, I've been using this phone for the past 1 week, and honestly, it's totally different than any Nothing phone that I've ever used. Like, seriously. And I'll tell you everything about the phone and the features and the details, but one thing is very clear: Nothing is playing the right game. Okay, so the moment I unboxed the phone, I was like, whoa, this looks very much like the 4A Pro. I mean, just place them side by side and you'll notice a lot of similarities. For example, this part, it's exactly the same as 4A Pro. The only difference, the dimple is now aligned perfectly to the camera cutout, unlike before, and the body is all plastic instead of metal. Now, even though it's plastic, the whole unibody design gives it a more premium, a more good vibe, and the in-hand feel is very comfortable too. It's not the most thinnest, and the weight is also good 210 grams, but somehow it doesn't feel that heavy in the hand. And if I talk about this upper part, the camera island is just like the 4A Pro, but it's more closer to the frame, and inside there are cliff lights instead of the cliff matrix. The cliff lights are placed vertically, just like the 4A, but now there are 5 LED squares instead of 7. Sure, the number of LEDs are reduced, but the brightness and the functionality, they both remain the same. Plus the red recording LED is also retained here. Durability wise, you get IP64, which is good enough for light splashes of water, and on the front you get dragon tail protection, so I always suggest using a screen protector, and that's why it's a good thing that it comes with a pre-applied screen protector anyway. The button placement remains the same as before, so no changes there, but in terms of colors, there are 3 different colors to choose from. We have the blue and the white in our office, and there's also this black color variant. My personal favorite is definitely the blue one, but there are a lot of people in our office that went with the white one instead. Now, let's get to the front of this phone because that's the part you'll be looking at the most, and thankfully Nothing hasn't cut any corners here. You get a bright and sharp 6.77-inch 1080p AMOLED panel. It refreshes at 120Hz, and you get optical fingerprint scanner as well. The brightness is also good enough as you do not have to struggle even in direct sunlight, and in terms of numbers, it reached 1800 nits in high brightness mode, which is even more than what they claim. The movie watching experience has also been great on this phone. The HDR videos look good on both YouTube as well as Prime. There are proper dual stereo speakers too, which was not there in previous budget phones from Nothing. And you know what? The stereo speakers here are even better than what you get on 4A. They sound a bit louder, they are more fuller, and has much better separation too. And the reason is they are not just using the earpiece as a secondary speaker. There's a separate speaker grill at the top as well, which just adds to the impact. One thing I noticed is that the bezels on the top, on the left, and on the right are slimmer than both CMF Phone 3 Pro and Phone 3 Lite, but the bottom chin is a bit thick. But you know what? It doesn't really matter as long as it's an AMOLED and not an LCD. And yeah, there's always on display as well, which a lot of people want. So yeah, sort it. Performance wise, this phone always behaved like a good boy. It was always smooth to use. There were no bugs, no random slowdowns, and no app crashes. There was this time when I was going from Noida to Gurugram. I had wireless Android Auto for directions, hotspot to get some work done on my laptop, music for the fields, and I was randomly checking the phone in between. And during that 2 hours of journey, the phone stayed pretty cool, but I couldn't. And even when I was taking photos and videos back to back, the phone did not get hot and did not even slow down and did not even reduce brightness like The only thing I noticed is that animations are not as smooth as the 4A or the 4A Pro, and the camera app sometimes doesn't rotate properly, but I think Nothing can easily fix it with an update. If I get into the specs, you get Snapdragon 6 Gen 4 here. There's 8GB of RAM even in the base variant, and in terms of storage, there's 128GB and 256GB storage options. The RAM is LPDDR4X and the storage is UFS 2.2. In benchmarks, the phone scores just above 1 million on Antutu, and these are the scores in Geekbench CPU and Geekbench GPU. The phone supports 90 FPS on both Call of Duty and BGMI. It maintains the average FPS well enough and without getting hot, but in demanding games like Genshin, it kind of gives up. See, nothing phones are never really hardcore gaming phones. They never are, but in daily life, they perform well without giving you any headache, and that's exactly what Nothing 4B does. Now, if I talk about the software, it's running on Nothing OS 4.1 based on Android 16, and you'll get 3 years of OS updates and 6 years of security patches. There are no ads, no lock limbs, but you do get 3 pre-installed apps. There's Facebook, there's Instagram, there's Amazon Music, but you can uninstall them if you really want. The UI is clean as always, so no problems there. And you get some useful features too, like the Essential Voice, which converts your speech into a well-formatted text, and it works in every app where there's a keyboard. All you have to do is just long press the Essential key and start speaking. Another cool thing is that you can speak in the language of your choice and it will translate into the language that you want. And last but not the least, Glyph Bar supports live activities. So let's say you ordered something from Zomato, you'll see the progress right here. Haptics is one area which is just okay for this phone. They are there, but you really have to pay attention to feel them. I also tried increasing the intensity from the settings, but it felt a bit too harsh, so I had to reduce it again. It's time to talk about the cameras, and here also nothing has kept things very simple. There's a 50 megapixel main camera with OIS. You also get an 8 megapixel ultra wide and a 16 megapixel selfie shooter. I clicked a lot of photos from this phone and the daylight photos come out really nice. You get slightly punchy colors, HDR is handled well, and the overall photos are just pleasing to look at. But if you zoom in a lot, you will notice that there are not as many details as you like. Indoor photos sometimes come out surprisingly good, like this one, and at night time also the colors do look good. But again, you will notice the grains and the lack of details if you zoom in a lot. The skin tones in portraits could have been better, but the edge detection is fine. And for the videos, you get 4K 30 FPS support on the main camera and the colors look rich. There's also the new dual capture feature, which records both the front and the rear camera feed simultaneously. And in terms of stability, this right here is a video of me recording while walking on the sideways. I'll be leaving the camera samples drive link in the description, so do check them out, and while you're at it, do hit the like button. And if I have to give you a one-line verdict for the cameras, they do the job pretty well. They're not the best, they're not the worst either, they're somewhere in between. Battery size is one area where this Nothing phone beats all the previous Nothing phones, because this has got the biggest battery on any Nothing phone ever. It's a big 6000 mAh battery here, and if optimized well, it can easily last you more than a day. During my testing, I got around 6.5 hours of SOT, where I did the usual stuff like using Instagram, watching YouTube videos, playing some games, and taking some photos. And for charging, the phone supports up to 33 watts of charging speeds, and it took us 1 hour 40 minutes to fully charge the phone from 20% to 100%. And for connectivity, I did not face any issue with call drops or network connectivity with both Airtel and Jio. It was all fine. You get Wi-Fi 6, Bluetooth 6 and 9 5G bands, but there's no NFC and no eSIM in India, which is fine, but not having a micro SD slot is a bit of a bummer. I really wish Nothing included it. And now comes the most important question: how much does this phone cost, and should you even buy this? See, the Nothing Phone 4B starts at 29,999 with offers, and for the price you get all the basics covered. There's 8GB of RAM in the base variant, 1080p AMOLED display, main camera comes with OIS, stereo speakers with good clarity, battery is big enough, and the software support is good as well. Of course, it's not the phone that we would have liked a year ago, but in this brutal year, it's genuinely a well-balanced phone. Honestly, I think Nothing is playing the right game here, because cutting down the core specs is not the solution. It just makes the phone completely unusable. Giving the right phone rather than the cheapest phone is the best way out, and probably the only way out. So yeah, that's it for this video. I really hope you enjoyed watching it. If you did, please press that like button. It really means a lot. And if you guys have any questions about the phone 4B, do ask me in the comments and we'll answer all of them. Literally all of them. And if you want us to compare this phone with any other phone, do tell that as well. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.